Alrighty, guys. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. Glad to have you guys here for a really big update regarding today's severe weather potential, as well as over the next several days, my friends. We got ourselves a busy time period coming up here regarding the potential of severe weather and everything related. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go ahead and see what we got here before we start, really. We got ourselves Wolf. We have Brooklyn. We have Redo. Let's see here. We have portions. We have Crystal, we got Ryan, we have Kara, sorry. Let's see here, we have ourselves Roby, Cooper, and everybody else joining us. Once again, I hope you guys are doing good. So we got ourselves a pretty, like I said, pretty active time period here coming up. We're going to hop over here to SPC, today's outlook real quickly. So we got ourselves two slight risks today. One across portions of southeastern Kansas, portions of central western Oklahoma, and another one across portions here of central Texas. Now, there will be tornado probability today. The good news is today's tornado threat is going to be pretty minimal. However, tomorrow's tornado threat, let me just go ahead and show you tomorrow's tornado threat. It's pretty big. There's tomorrow's tornado threat. We have a large 5% region here tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be, I think, the big day of the severe weather. But it's going to start today. But yeah, hopping back over here to today's outlook. The main problem today, like I said, we have a 2% chance for tornadoes. That's not the main problem. Damaging winds, they did add a 15% risk. If you remember yesterday's live stream when we went live here for a little bit, it was actually a 5% risk. Now it's a 15% risk regarding the possibility there of some damaging wind gusts that could get up to 60 miles per hour. And whenever it comes to hail, well, that's kind of the big threat, my friends. We got ourselves a hatched risk area for hail across portions out there in central Texas, where we do have ourselves a pretty decent threat for large hail. Now, the thing about the large hail today is we could have ourselves some large hail over 2 inches in diameter. Over golf ball size hail, larger than golf ball size hail, will be quite possible here. So that is that. So once again, today's main threat is going to be the potential out there for for some large hail, following that damaging wind threat, up to 60, maybe 70 mile per hour wind gusts at worst, and across tornado probability, like I said, pretty low odds, but, there's a possibility we could have a tornado or two today, so we'll have to be on the lookout there for that. Now, we'll be doing coverage later on today, but anyway, so let me bring you guys over here to this program. So we do have ourselves a flooding threat today. We got ourselves a level 2 threat out there towards Dallas, to my folks out there in the Dallas region, towards Waco. Portions here, obviously, of Fort Worth included. This includes portions south of Wichita Falls and that level 2 threat, east of Brownwood, Texas. But yeah, mostly for the Waco, the Dallas, Fort Worth area. We got ourselves a level 2 threat regarding the flooding potential. So if you guys live near Dallas or anywhere in that, vicinity there, there's a possibility we could get some, decent flooding events to occur, considering that we're going to be having a lot of heavy rainfall today. So that's a good possibility. Now, across the dark green, this really does extend out pretty well. All the way as far north as like western sides here of Illinois. Will be in the flooding threat here for today. A lot of Missouri, Arkansas, portions of Oklahoma, a lot of central eastern Kansas, of course, central northern Texas we talked about, and northern Louisiana is going to be in that. But let me show you guys something since I'm already on the subject. Like I said, tomorrow overall is going to be the worst day, even for flooding. Look at this. They added a moderate risk for flooding, including Atlanta and Birmingham and Montgomery here in Alabama. So tomorrow we have ourselves a really big threat for flooding. So we'll have to definitely be careful out there. So this includes portions of 65, once again, between Montgomery and Birmingham, and moving its way into Georgia towards the Atlanta region. That is a moderate risk, a level 3 out of 4 on the spectrum, which that's a pretty big deal for flooding. So tomorrow is a big day for flooding, not only in the severe weather concern, but, you know, like I said, in the flooding aspect as well, it does seem to be a possibility. So, good morning, Cherokee. Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Wish you can keep the rain out of New England. Well, I have good news for you. Well, the rain, at least, we have a little bit of a system right now, working its way across New England, but it's kind of rolling out of the way. We did have a little bit of snow actually out there towards Maine, but yeah. But so right now, if we take a look at it, current radar view, you can see we've had a bit of convection out there towards Oklahoma today. Portion of Kansas, a lot of heavy rain. We do have a few storms popping off here in that slight risk zone, but these are not the severe storms. I'm thinking the severe storms are going to pop off here within the next 3 hours or so. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So as we approach our way here towards 2 p.m. Central Time, I think that's whenever things could start firing off, start turning severe. So like I said, I'll be live for that. This is just kind of a morning update for you guys overall, but yeah, so once again, yeah, that's today's threat. The dark green areas, these are the risk regions, and of course, the light green, it's a thunderstorm risk, saying that you're in a thunderstorm threat, but nothing severe in that region. But yeah, across the dark green, that's where the level 1 severe threat begins, and then of course the level 2, that's where the level 2. Or obviously, yeah, the yellow, the level 2 threat begins. So that's where our greatest probability for severe weather is. So, like I said, let me bring up the tornado probability again here. So regarding tornadoes, like we were mentioning here, let me go and turn off radar as well. So regarding the tornado probability and all that stuff we were talking about, like I said, we have ourselves portions out there by like Oklahoma City, western side towards Elk City, Altus, and portions of southeastern. Was that a severe thunderstorm warning earlier? Oh, earlier we had a severe thunderstorm warning. Anyways, but yeah, also southeastern portion of Kansas. This is where, we have a 2% chance for tornadoes. There is a chance for a couple tornadoes to occur in this region. And of course, a little further down to the south, we have another area of tornado probability. Across portions here, we're kind of southwest of Dallas. This does include Fort Worth, though, in that 2% zone. But like I said, it's a pretty low threat. The 2% risk for tornadoes is not really a big big deal, but it is something to obviously keep an eye out there for and something to monitor here overall. So that is the tornado threat. Let me bring up the hail threat, or sorry, we'll bring up the damaging wind threat first, and then we'll work our way over here to hail. So for damaging winds, we got ourselves two risk areas. Regarding the percentages, we have ourselves a 5% chance here for some damaging wind gusts that could get up to 60-mile-per-hour winds. So like I said, the odds of you getting that obviously is pretty low, a 5% chance within 25 miles of you. Pretty low threat, but the threat does increase out there towards portions of central Texas, where we do have a 15% chance, 3 times the probability for the possibility here of damaging winds, which could be, once again, over 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being a possibility. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for it. Anyways, Mothman, we'll get to those days here in a few moments. So yeah, so that's that. That's what we're looking at here for today. Now, regarding the hail, we actually do have a pretty decent hail threat. We got 2 areas of 15%. Which is pretty decent probability. We're seeing over quarter-size hail for these regions, and if I bring up the hatch zone for hail, we'll look at this. We have ourselves a highlighted zone down there towards central Texas, including San Angelo, portions out there by Brownwood, Brady Junction, Llano, Lometa, Dublin, Abilene, Winters. Those areas out there towards central Texas, we have a significant hail threat, or a hatched hail threat, which is basically saying, well, hey, we got ourselves a pretty big threat for hail. And in this case, we're seeing the possibility of hail being over 2 inches in diameter. So like I said, we're talking some pretty big hail here for today. So we'll definitely need to be on the lookout out for that. So anyways, but yeah, so that's the outlook, my friends. And like I said, I think the storms are going to be coming severe right around 2 p.m. or so Eastern. Obviously, it's a little hard to be exact, but let me bring you guys over here to the radar here, or the future radar. This is the HRRR. Let's see here. Do I have a better zoomed in view of this? I don't. Here, let me just do this. All right, there we go. Anyway, so we work our way down in time here, in which, actually, we need to go back a little bit. So we work our way down in time here, and it looks like those cells do start to pop off here towards, like, central Texas. And this time period is going to be right around, let's see here, right around, like, yeah, pretty late. I mean, we're talking, like, right around the zone of, like, 19-20 Zulu, which will be right around, like, 3 p.m., hold on a minute. So 19 Zulu. Okay, so current time right now it's 17 Zulu, so it's currently 12. So it'll be 2 Eastern for 19 Zulu, 1 Central. So yeah, right around 2 Central, you can kind of see how we possibly could get some supercells developing out there towards like central Texas out there. So we'll have to watch out there for that. Now, obviously timing is, not for sure, not perfect, but as we progress into the overnight hours here, you can see that we'll continue to grab some more cells towards central Texas, and obviously portions out there by Oklahoma. A few discrete, semi-discrete cells are possible. So we'll keep it on it. We'll definitely keep it out there for that. And of course, as we progress further down into the event, more severe weather is going to kick off here, like for tomorrow and stuff like that, and eventually continue working its way here to the east overall. So anyway, so that's the radar. Once again, we're talking here later on, like I said, within the next couple hours, I think is whenever things are going to start popping off. And like I said, whenever they do, we'll be live again in order to cover this with you guys. So anyways, so that is that, my friends. That is what we are looking out there for. So let me go ahead and bring you guys over here to tomorrow's concerns. I know a lot of you guys are a little questionable about, or questioning, I should say, tomorrow's concern. So when it comes to tomorrow, so first of all, here's today's threat. We'll do zip codes here in a minute, guys. We will get into zip codes for you guys in order to help keep you guys prepared and let you guys know what risk you're in. But whenever it comes to tomorrow's threat overall, we got ourselves a pretty large slight risk here. Pretty large slight risk out there. So the greatest probability for severe weather will be there in eastern Texas, eastern Oklahoma, pretty much all of Arkansas, pretty much all of Louisiana, a lot of central southern Mississippi, central southern Alabama, and even a little portion of the panhandle of Florida will be at the greatest risk here for tomorrow. Now, tornado probability, well, is a pretty big risk. I've got a very large 5% region. Hate to tell you this, but I think there could be some room for upgrades. We'll see. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Probably more in tomorrow's stream if they end up doing that or whatever. But yeah, so we have, for now, we have a large 5% region here for severe weather for eastern Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, central southern Mississippi, and of course, like I said, portions of Alabama and even a little sliver in the western panhandle of Florida. So once again, 5% risk. That's for tornadoes, especially being that widespread, that's a pretty big threat tomorrow. It's a pretty big threat. So tomorrow, we are going to need to look out there for that. So we'll keep an eye out there for it. Anyways, regarding the threat for hail, we've got ourselves a pretty big hail threat here overall. Regarding tomorrow's, severe weather, mostly across portions of like northeastern, eastern sides of Texas, northern Louisiana, and of course, whenever it comes to it here, portions of like Arkansas and southeastern Oklahoma will be at risk as well. Now, damaging winds, on the other hand, well, that does extend a bit more to the east here overall. We do have a pretty broad area here of some damaging wind gusts tomorrow being a good possibility as well. Like I said, large 15% risk. Damaging winds between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts could be a possibility. So we'll see. So like I said, yeah, that's tomorrow's concern. And of course, for day 3, whenever it comes to severe weather here, we do have ourselves another threat here for day 3, which in this case, obviously today's Thursday, so this would be Saturday, I think. So yeah, today's day 1, tomorrow day 2, Friday. So yeah, Saturday. So Saturday here, we'll have ourselves a threat out there for the panhandle of Florida, Like I said, the level 2 threat, portions of southeastern Alabama, a lot of central southern Georgia, portions out there towards South Carolina and southern and North Carolina will be in a decent risk for severe weather here come Saturday. Of course, the dark green areas, now this is a level 1 risk, so the dark green areas is also at risk, but on a lower scale. So that is, that's what we're looking out there for. And of course, day 4, as of right now, there is nothing going on. So for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and the day after, we're going to be pretty busy around here. We're going to be live for all these events. But like I said, whenever it comes to it today, this is the risk here for today. Once again, popping off here. This is today's risk out there. I'm actually going to hide that. So we have ourselves once again a 2% chance for tornadoes, a 15% chance for here. I'll just bring y'all back over here. So 2% chance for tornadoes, a 15% chance for damaging winds between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts possible across those areas. Greatest probability across the central side of Texas in the yellow, and of course hail. 2 pretty decent risks for hail, 1 across Oklahoma and even portions of southeastern Kansas. And the biggest threat, like I said, for central Texas, we got ourselves a 15% hatched risk for the possibility of hail being over 2 inches in diameter. So, yeah, pretty big hail being a good possibility here. So we'll definitely keep it out there for that. There's room for upgrades. Yes, tomorrow I think there is. There's definitely a pretty large area here. Let's see here. Anyone who's in Tennessee, will there will be no severe weather, just rain. Tennessee, I think tomorrow Tennessee's at risk partially, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, tomorrow we got a small marginal for western Tennessee, including Memphis. Yeah, Nashville's in a thunderstorm threat, but yeah, just stray threat, pretty low threat for severe weather out there. It's nothing too crazy. Anyways, let's see here. Marcus, we don't know that for sure, man. Yeah, we don't know if it'll be enhanced 100%. There is no 100% whenever it comes to it. Whenever it comes to weather, there is no 100%. Really, there's not. So we'll see. I mean, keep it on. I think it's a good chance it could, but like I said, it's not 100%. So, anyways, let's see here. Please know severe weather for sister in Louisiana. Yeah, so tomorrow, Louisiana, it's going to be a pretty decent risk out there. So we'll have to keep it out there for that. Let me try loading up models here. Let's see, I'll bring up HRRR, latest run, and we'll do, let's see, reflectivity here. I'm curious to see how this works. Huh. Let's see, model timeline. See if this will load for me, if it wants to load for me. Let's see here. Yeah, so you can see as we work our way down in time, this is right around, does this show model time? Yeah, it does show model time right here. You guys can see, right on the top left. So it shows 9 p.m. here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like things are going to start to, develop here. Let me bring up the day 1 outlook again. It looks like things are going to start to really start to kick off here. Yeah, right around like 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time. Could be, a bunch of popcorn cells. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, you can definitely see that there is some pretty high reflectivity scans or in the model here. Not scans, but reflectivity markers here in reflectivity or high reflectivity in the HRRR model here, showing some pretty big cores possible for hail. Like I said, we do have that hatch risk for hail today, which does give us a pretty good threat here. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Robbie says, thanks, Andrew. I pray everyone's safe. Sorry. Okay. All right, sounds good, Robbie. Well, thanks for joining, and you're very welcome, my friend. What's up, John, man? Hope you're doing good. What's up, TRG? Kevin says, saw that latest SPC outlook and slight risk for Joplin, Missouri. I don't know if that was a mistake by the SPC. What latest SPC out? Is that today's risk? Wow, that's interesting. Look at that little Boeing segment there, according to HRRR. That's interesting. Joplin, though. Yeah, we got a level 1 threat here today. Let's see, level 2 threats. Or sorry, day 2 threats. My bad. Yeah, no, just marginals. I don't see any slight risks for you. So I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. Like I said, the odds of getting severe weather in a marginal is not the greatest. It's a pretty low end threat overall. Let's see here. What's up, Servant? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Anyways, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get into zip codes, my friends. Like I said, I know I promised you guys that, so we'll go through some zip codes here. I will let you know what threat you are in. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and unload these models real quickly, and I'll keep you guys on this page particularly, and then I'll pull it up on my other one here to let you know. I'm actually gonna bring up the day one outlook here. So let me do this for you. Yeah, like I said, I'll be here for you to help you guys out here throughout today's event here. Oh, next several days events, really, I should say. It's been pretty. It looks pretty active here. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so let's get into zip codes. Let's see, stream skipping frames, Andrew. It's not surprising, honestly. My stream hasn't said anything about it, but it should be good. Hopefully, it doesn't do it. It's out of my realm, man. Let's see here. All right, Marcus wants me to take a look here at 79605. 79605. Texas. Yep. So you're in a slight risk, my friend, out there by Abilene. Let's see here. So Abilene area is out there towards, yeah, so there you go. So you're in a level 2 threat here for today. You got yourself a 2% chance for tornadoes, a 15% chance here for damaging winds, and let's see, a 15% chance for, yeah, so you're actually in a hatched risk for hail, which basically is saying, well, you could see the possibility of hail over 2 inches in diameter here for today. So that's pretty big hail threat. So keep an eye out there for that. Brooklyn 74008. 74008 here for Oklahoma. You're not at risk. Actually, sorry. Wow, my screen make that look like a thunderstorm risk. So no, you're actually in a marginal. My bad. Yeah, for some reason my this radar. I was zoomed into it, and it looked like this was the thunderstorm risk. I'm used to that marginal being a lot darker. Anyways, but yeah, so yeah, you're in a level 1 threat, my friend. When it comes to it here, you don't get a shot for tornadoes, which is good news. Just damaging winds and hail. Yeah, so winds could be up to 60 miles an hour, and hail could be up to quarter size, which 5% chance. You know, once again, the odds are pretty low, and not really much in your favor at that point. So, so that's good news. So, yeah, really low threat for hail and damaging winds out there. Servant, let's see here. 67749. 67749. Got you, my friend. You are in Kansas. Gotcha. Now, this area is in a thunderstorm threat, so there's no severe weather expected in that area. Professional wants me to take a look here at 76537. 76537. Gotcha. Texas. You, my friend, are in a marginal north of Austin. North of Austin, level 1 threat, my friend. So your odds does not include tornadoes. You're on the edge of the tornado threat, but you're not quite in it. Let's see, damaging winds though, 5% chance and 5% chance for hail. So once again, you know, winds up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be possible in some storms, and of course, hail up to quarter size overall. So that's what it looks like for you. Let's see here. All right. Velocity, once we take a look here at 70791. Gotcha. 70791. Louisiana. Okay, so today you're not at risk, but tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow we got that slight risk for that area, which, you know, that region that you marked out there for has a 5% chance for tornadoes. You know, it's not the highest, but I consider it a decent threat for tornadoes. Same thing for damaging winds, 15%, and hail is actually a 5%. So mostly damaging winds, following by tornadoes, and then hail is kind of the main concern for you. So, yeah, so all hazards tomorrow, possibility across that region. Okay, let's see here. All right, next up we got ourselves Twitch. Let's see for the Saturday one. It's for Florida. I'm in Tennessee. The risk's pretty close to me. Will I get the nasty weather? 37397. 37397. Oh, yeah, no. No, this area is not at risk. That's for Tennessee. No, we're good. Z75067. 75067. Texas. Oh, wow. You're right on the edge of the line, my friend. Yeah. You're like right on the edge of that slight risk, but I think, yeah, you're more in the marginal, the level 1. You're close to a 2. You're outside the 2% risk by like 5 miles. So, badly. We good? We good? We good? All right. Are we back here, y'all? Okay, we're good. All right, cool. I don't know what happened there. My Wi-Fi was like, nope, not working, not happening. Anyways, let's go ahead and kick on back over here. So next up, we got ourselves, let's see here. Terry wants me to take a look here at 70656. Let's see here, 70656, cross portions here of Louisiana. Yeah, so tomorrow, this region's in a slight risk, level 2 threat, 5% chance for tornadoes. We'll keep an eye out there for that region. Just pay attention to that zone tomorrow, my friend, as it's going to be a good possibility, you know, of, like I said, of seeing, you know, severe weather and stuff like that. So keep it out there for that, my friend. Let's see here. All right, so next up, we got ourselves, let's see. We did professional already. Let's see. Terry wants to take a look here at 70656. Did I already do that one? 656. Yeah, I think we already did this one. Yeah, that's one we just did. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down the bottom of the chat then. See what we got going on here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The Wi-Fi's been being dumb. I mean, my Wi-Fi always does this, so you know, there's nothing I can do about it really. Let's see here. Slight risk for Joplin. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I think they did just update the day 1, though. Interesting. They did extend that into southwestern Missouri, but I don't know if that includes Joplin quite yet. So, tornado risk updated. Let's see here. Let me refresh this real quickly. Oh. We got a 5% tornado threat today. Holy cow, dude. Yeah, now we got a 5% risk for tornadoes. Let's see here. Hail. The hatch risk for hail now goes up into western Oklahoma. And when it comes to damaging winds here, got a 15% risk. Wow, that's quite an update. That's quite an update. Wow. Well, there you go. 5% risk. That includes, let's see here, Brownwood, Texas, Benbrook, Weatherford, Burleson, and see Selburne. Yeah, those areas now is in a 5% risk. Wow. All right, then. Well, you saw it there, y'all. We now got a greater probability for tornadoes. Let's see. Did they mention anything? Yeah, honestly, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, so storms that remain discreet. Also posed some tornado threat this evening. Yeah, that's... Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. So, yeah, we now have ourselves a 5% chance for tornadoes and stuff like that. So, we'll keep you guys up. So, some of those outlooks that we just did for some of you guys are now changed. So, let's see here. There's only one out by Tulsa. I think Tulsa's now in the... Yep, Tulsa. Oklahoma is now in the level 2 threat overall, so let's see here. Joplin, my location. Yeah, so Joplin is, oh yeah, it is. It's barely included, though. And Joplin's, like, right on the edge of that slight risk there, so. Okay. Let's see. Do I think Saturday risk will go south any? I mean, I have to dive into models. We'll look at the models real quickly. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to move too far to the south here. Let's see here. We'll bring up the models here. You can see the environment's relatively capped out. There's not a whole lot of instability either. There's no instability really across southern areas. Yeah, you can see all the instability, how it kind of just kind of remains in northern Florida. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to grab that. Yeah, it kind of just remains in northern Florida, but it doesn't really go any further south. I mean, yeah, we do have some pockets of instability, but not a lot working with. I mean, not a whole lot per se, and there's a pretty strong capping environment here, which, would prevent those storms from really firing. So, That is, yeah, that's kind of the concern I see. So, or that's kind of the only issue, or that is the issue I see with that extending south. So, at least for what models are saying now, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, at least for what models are talking about right now, I don't think that that's going to be the case. Let's see. We need rain today. Put out the fires. Yeah, I hate to tell you guys this, but the fire threat today is actually pretty big. Let me bring that over to you guys real quickly. We'll hop over to the, yeah, we have a critical fire threat, which is like a mid-level threat for fire risks. And so yeah, really big fire threat out there towards the areas in southeastern New Mexico, portions out there towards like western Texas, and that level 2 out of 3 overall. Let's see. Wasn't that day 1 an hour late? I don't know, honestly. I don't really pay attention. It usually does. I just get the update when it comes out, so I just typically look. I don't even really pay attention to the time. Let's see. Lag again. That's not surprising, man. Not surprising. I have my internet speed test up here so I can check my, check everything. Make sure everything's running good. Is it good? Yeah, my Wi-Fi is very up and down right now, so could lag a bit. So, anyways, let's see here. How about South Carolina? So yeah, South Carolina for Saturday. I think we have ourselves a slight risk, if I'm not mistaken. That's day 2. There we go. Saturday. Yeah, so slight risk out there for South Carolina. Pretty big risk out there for Saturday. But like I said, obviously this is still 2 days away. Well, technically like 3 days away. So yeah, we'll just hold that there for now, and let's just pay attention to the first day or two before we get all the way to the end of the event. Here we got to focus on the current side of the event. But yeah, you are at risk, my friend. So South Carolina on Saturday will be at risk for severe weather. Let's see. Anyways, let's see. I'm doing good. A little back pain. Yeah, it sucks. Sorry to hear that, my friend. That is always the worst. I always hate it. It always sucks, but hopefully that gets better here soon, my friend. Anyways, but yeah, so we'll like I said, we'll just definitely keep an eye out there for it, y'all. I'm gonna go live. I'm not sure what time we're gonna go live for the or for the coverage per se, but I will definitely definitely. Wow, look at this, y'all. I'll definitely be here for you guys. Does this work anymore? Oh wow, that's definitely not what I thought it was. Okay. I had one of my old scenes up, and well, it's not what I thought it was. It's been another starting screen apparently. Anyway, so yeah, so look at this. So as we work our way into tomorrow, so late Friday, we got a pretty large area of instability. I mean, pretty good area environment here. Let's see here. So yeah, a lot of instability available here tomorrow at this time. Let's see here. Wow. Wow. Okay, so our lower level jet, it's nothing crazy, but 35, 40 knots. Definitely tornado prone. Wow, dude, that's actually a really good environment for tornadoes here. And out there, that's out there by like New Orleans, Baton Rouge area. Yeah, let me grab that sounding and see what's going on here. So yeah, we got some nice veering wind shear here. Let's see here. So you can see that the winds at the surface are starting. They're moving up north, and then they rapidly change directions as we continue to climb in the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, also on our photograph there, we do have that kind of like a pirate hook kind of shape to it. That's showing that there is wind directional change, or directional shear change, and also speed shear change as well. Because as we go up in the atmosphere, the winds get pretty strong actually. Overall. Let's see. Crystal, thank you for the $1 super chat. Appreciate it. But yeah, so that's definitely a little concerning. 15 sig hail tomorrow now. Did they just update day 2 as well? They updated day 1 and day 2 at the same time? Oh, guess they did. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah, up there in northeast Texas, northern Louisiana, and southern Arkansas, I got a 15% risk out there. Wow. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow, I'm actually a little concerned for tomorrow. I'm not going to lie with you guys. I'm just a little bit concerned. I mean, yeah, especially when looking at this environment here. This is for like 21 Zulu Friday, tomorrow. like I said, instability pretty hefty out there. Pretty strong instability. So good amount of thunderstorm juice out there, and see our lower level winds pretty strong on that eastern side here. Decent lower level jet. I'm not complaining. And of course, other things like our dew points 70s. Wow, that's some rich dew points. And of course, our mid level wind shear is pretty good as well. Actually, 60, 70 knots. That's a pretty hefty jet stream. I ain't gonna lie with you. Yeah, let's see. Does this increase with time? We do get a pretty strong jet stream over portions out there by Alabama, but I don't think there's instability available out there. Yeah, at least not for that particular hour. Let's see. What about this? Okay, so that looks a little interesting too. Alabama, pretty strong lower level jet with counting some pretty decent instability in our atmosphere. 45 knots or so. Wow, mid levels though. Holy cow, about 75 knots or greater. Yeah, that's a pretty high shear environment. That is a pretty high shear environment. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that, because that is a little concerning. Yeah, it's really a lot of these areas I'm a little concerned about regarding tornado potential. Actually, maybe a little bit more up here. Yeah, mostly in some of those regions there. That's kind of where, at least from what I'm looking at here, seems to be like some of the heftiest stuff here going on. Because in that environment we have like wind shear. Our low level ones is like 40 knots and above, which that's not bad. That's not terrible. And the thing is that it really is in like the directional shear that does a lot with tornadoes. So basically what that means is that the winds change with directions as you go up in altitude. That does a lot with tornadoes, and in this case that is kind of what it looks like overall. So that's, yeah. Let me look at today's risk, actually. Yeah, let me bring up today's overall concern here. So today's events, I mean, we got a pretty decent environment regarding instability and stuff. Obviously could be way better, but yeah, there is enough energy to allow for some cells popping off here. So we'll keep an eye out there for that, and of course, damaging wind, lower level winds. Not the greatest. Yeah, not the greatest here. Like a 25 knot lower level jet. I mean, that's enough to spawn tornadoes. It is, but it's nothing like crazy. Our mid level winds are not bad though. So yeah, at least we know storms will be able to, our updrafts will be able to be separated from our downdrafts, given strong mid-level shear. That should be good enough. But yeah, we do have a just a weak lower level jet today, but yeah, that's gonna really amplify tomorrow, as the system really kind of gets its act together. Let's see, eastern Texas, yeah, still pretty weak, but we start to get a pretty nice lower level jet over there, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama by late tomorrow. And of course, over that overlay, we have pretty decent instability. Well over, I consider decent, over 1,000 joules per kilogram. Definitely enough to get the job done. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I'll keep an eye on the models and stuff like that, but there is a bit of concern there. So we'll definitely watch out there for that. Let's see here. Let's see. So I heard tornado in Joplin. So the odds of Joplin getting tornadoes today is let's see, pretty low. Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, so Joplin's actually just. Are you even making it in that? Hold on, let me look at that. Let me make sure. Yeah, I don't even know if you're in the tornado threat. Oh my God, you're barely. Look at that. You're like right on the line. So 2% risk. Very low odd, and especially you being on the edge of that, like the odds of that happening is very low. The odds of you getting an actual tornado in Joplin is extremely low today, actually. Now the whole risk area, like I said, we now have ourselves a 5% risk out there towards like the Brownwood area, towards obviously areas east of San Angelo, Brady, San Saba, Gatesville, so Cranfills Gap, Stephensville, Lipen. Cisco, Winters, Eden, see Brady. Yeah, so those areas there, that's where the greatest tornado probability is, towards like central Texas. But yeah,